From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
Hey, as we said, it was a good day today, and tomorrow we should squeeze in tomorrow without too much problems. It's going to be windy, especially in the middle of the day, kind of like it was earlier today. We have wind chill advisories up in Kansas. If you're traveling north, hope you wear a big parka. You're going to need it. We do have winter storm track. You can see going up across portions of northern Nebraska, South Dakota, and Iowa. But it's mainly just the cold that's coming in here. And then we're just going to flirt with freezing. And they'll be messing with us. Temperatures right now across the area, generally in the 40s. Notice there's no super cold air, but that's not too far away. Where is that? That's up in Canada. And as Dick Farrow would say, it's a good place for it. But unfortunately, it is headed, knock on our door. These are some serious cold temperatures again. And some of this is breaking off and headed southbound. And so some of our computer models aren't too good at really understanding how cold that area is, but this is one of the models. And so this is going to dive really cold air in here tomorrow night, probably between about 10 o'clock and midnight is the latest on our data. And there will be a little bit of light freezing drizzle late night, early Sunday morning. Shouldn't be too big of a deal, but we do have a chance on Monday and again on Tuesday of light precipitation, and that's going to be moisture coming up over that cold air, and it's just enough that's going to cause some problems. So those storm systems will finally be moving out around Wednesday or Thursday. Then things will calm down. Then it starts to get warm. We have another system could come in by Sunday or Monday, but it's relatively weak, and the real bitter cold air will be pretty much eroded and gone by that time. But it'll take a while. So therefore, we're going to have a slight chance of freezing precipitation early Sunday morning, and then a little bit on Sunday afternoon, another shot on Monday, and then a little bit better shot on Tuesday and Wednesday. We're calling it a winter mix because it's going to be very interesting how this is all going to play out because it's going to be really, really cold right here at the surface. That's the biggest thing. It's going to be super cold. So we have tomorrow, it's going to be 60, low 60s. Now, the only caveat with tomorrow is the fact that there are going to be low clouds from Tulsa east. So if you're east of Tulsa, you might spend your afternoon in the upper 40s to low 50s. So don't expect a lot of sunshine east of Tulsa. If you're west of Tulsa, we got you covered. That'll be 60 degrees. Tulsa's just kind of on that edge. But everybody will be into this cold air. And then we get a little brief reprieve as we go on into next weekend. We dip a little bit, but it's nothing quite as severe as what we're just getting ready to get into. And it's not that bad, but it's not good either. And by January standards, still doggone cold. Right now it's not, though, 47 degrees. And we have a light south-southeast wind. Temperatures running in the 40s. You see 30s off to the east where the winds are lighter. As the winds pick up later tonight, our temperatures will probably warm up. So when I show you the map for from really in the early morning hours, it might be warmer than this because of the stronger winds that will be blowing across the area. And then as we go through the daytime hours, we're looking for temperatures that will be moving on up. It should be a pretty decent afternoon. In fact, it does appear that most of our temperatures for Saturday, here's a better map of it. I don't know where that other map came from. Upper 30s to low 40s. And then as we look on into the afternoon, we'll be in the low 60s. So that'll be awesome. Now, there will be a few areas of colder weather east, so again, don't be surprised if it's a little bit colder. Then here comes those blue arrows. That's the cold air. Not a whole lot of precipitation, but it could squeeze out a little bit of light freezing drizzle in the morning if you're headed off to church or you have plans. You have to be bundled up, and then just know that just watch bridges, overpasses if you could tell if there was any moisture at all. During the day, there's a slight chance of a little bit of drizzle. Notice how our temperatures will be near freezing. Heavier rains will be in southeast Oklahoma. And then as we look on into Monday, cold. Teens and 20s. So it's going to take a while to get rid of that. And as we have these waves coming across, like for example on Monday, there'll be freezing drizzle, and that could happen again on into Wednesday, and then hopefully it'll end by Thursday. The amounts of moisture, though, coming in are fairly light, so there isn't a lot. But ice isn't nice, so it doesn't do us very much good anytime that happens. So our problem is a shallow, really, really cold air, and so it just depends on how much warm air is above us and how thick the warm air is, how cold the cold, shallow air is. But there is a chance of some light freezing rain, freezing mist, freezing drizzle, a little bit of sleet. The real cold air and the depth of it doesn't look like it's going to give us too much in the way of snow. But it is interesting to note what's going on because it's going to fluctuate, so we're not going to say a whole bunch on the snow accumulations. I learned my lesson. Hey, 40 degrees tomorrow morning, could be in the mid-40s in a few areas, nearing 50, and then a few breaks. The winds will strong in the morning, 20, 35-mile-an-hour gusts. The afternoon, the winds die down. With any luck at all, we'll get a little sun in here in upper 50s and low 60s. Then here's winter, a lot of winter. And then it looks like that cold air will erode as we get into Wednesday and Thursday. Hopefully by Thursday we're warming up enough we don't have to deal with winter weather and that storm system moving out. And then we should have enough to get into a decent weekend. All right, that is Look at Your